We of course need money to do this, and we decided to take also a non-conventional approach to this. So we're not gonna get money from venture capital or from any kind of investor, because we realize that the community is more than ready to give money for that. So if we are able to raise enough money from the community, then our interests are going to be much more aligned to the ones of the community itself. If you get money from external investors who are expecting a return, then it's more difficult to balance the interests of the community, the platform, and investors. So we will be open to investors at a certain time, but the strategy right now is like, we're gonna try to get as much money in as many rounds as we can from the community itself. And that means hosts, that means property manager and software companies, and whoever is actually using the system and whoever is building their business on the platform, right? We already have raised money internally with the community. Internally, I mean people who are closer to the project, who we know personally at the moment. And then we are gonna enlarge this pool of investors slowly. We're gonna do a classic equity crowdfunding and so on. Every time we get money, we try to spend it and show how this money is well spent and how we grow the business and how we get bookings and so on. We will probably reach a point when investors will want to get in and we will accept them on our terms. I don't want this to sound arrogant because it's not. It's just, it is much better that the people who use the system pay for it. And it's also a new way to do this, so it's another of these experiments which I find really interesting, because again, it may be the future way of raising capital. And I'm not talking about ICOs here. I'm not talking about selling tokens to crypto investors. This is probably even worse in terms of misalignment, because crypto investors are unexperienced investors who just want to make a quick buck. And what we've seen so far is that after 3 months, if the token hasn't gone 10x or under x, they come to the Telegram and they don't come to our Telegram because we haven't done an ICO, but they go to the Telegram and they start asking for when moon, when are we gonna go on that exchange and so on. And this is really distracting. So we're gonna try to avoid this as much as possible. And at the same time, we keep an eye on the ecosystem in the crypto world and see if there are money raising opportunities there, but again, on our terms.